Welcome to Leeds United fans. My name is Philip, and I'm joined again this week by Luke.
Yo.
Man, a great win, but the last 20 minutes of that game, I was a fucking nervous wreck.
Yeah, until the red card.
Yeah,
Um, yeah,
Jesus.
they really pegged us back a bit.
But they pegged us back in the first half too, to be fair, and we fought them all. We fought them like, and they had some great chances. Thankfully, Wolves are not able to finish in general because fuck, that could have gone anywhere today. But thankfully, it went our way, man. I'm fucking very relieved, man. Today, I can tell you that.
Same, but 4 goals.
Yeah.
Both scoring 4 goals.
We couldn't score a goal, then we scored two against Brighton, and we scored four today.
Right, bodes well. And they
Yeah,
came from all over the pitch as well.
and we were both having serious problems with our stream today. We thought we weren't going to see the Rodrigo goal in the end, but thankfully we did because it was a brilliant finish. Lovely little lob over the keeper, like great play from Somerville as well.
Yeah, Somerville with the assist, which is good to see. But
And
yeah,
we did get
no
a bit of luck
return
with the
finish.
goal though as well because Harrison did grab Adama, like
Little bit,
he
not
did. He
enough.
grabbed him. Like we have to be
Yeah,
fair,
yeah,
we
yeah.
got lucky. And in the first half, that penalty decision could have gone either way too. Firpo's one.
Nah, not for me.
I thought he got the ball as well too, but he did catch the player, so it could have gone either way. It just depends on the referee or the VAR, whoever it is. Like,
From the angle I saw, I thought he missed both. I don't think there was any contact at all.
well, from the angle I see now, he did touch him. He clipped him a bit, but he got the ball. They kind of clipped him, and then he followed through and touched the ball. So
Okay.
maybe I don't know.
I think
The
I only
commentators kept
saw it.
saying that they were robbed, and
I only saw it from the front, and from the front, it looked like it missed the player and the ball. But yeah,
I've seen it from a few angles. We were lucky, and we got the win, and that's the main thing. Like, Jesus,
yeah,
man, that's a big one. Now, let me have a look at the table. Actually, we're up in 14th now, aren't we?
we're just below Wolves, and our goal difference pisses on all those other teams as well. We're on like -6, so yeah,
Yeah,
let's
we're
get it
definitely up.
together.
I think we're definitely up to 14th now. Just
I think
clarify
we're a
that.
point behind
Should have checked
Wolves.
before I started. I'm fairly
Yeah,
sure.
14th.
Yeah.
Still only 2 points outside the relegation zone, but that's all right.
Yeah, so we're up to 14th now.
We're actually 1 point behind Wolves and Palace.
And
Palace are in shit.
Palace sacked Vieira yesterday. That was insane.
That's a bad decision.
Crazy decision. But it bodes well for us, though, because we want more
Oh
teams
yeah.
down there.
I mean, who's going to take that job? Jesse March.
Best of luck to them. They can have him. And
Yeah.
that was one thing, even though we got pegged back near the end today, I was happy that Gracia, when we went 3-0 up, he put five at the back and he made changes in defence and he was just like, let's just protect us now.
Yeah, he made good substitutions again,
Yeah,
especially Rasmus. Jesus.
yeah, who would have thought he'd be getting the goal score season, especially his first touch of the ball as well, too. Like,
Good goal as well, because he had to fight for it.
oh, it was a great finish. And we were all like, what's Nanto's off and Christensen's on? What the fucking hell is this? And next thing, well, and then later he scored a goal. And we're like, okay,
I think
great
two of the six
substitution.
scored, yeah. I have that.
And all the giving out we done about Alien in the first half, and next thing he pops up in the
Yeah.
start of the second half and in with the goal, like,
He was shit in the first half.
oh,
Like
he
the
had a very
goal,
bad first half. He was awful lucky not to get a serious injury in that game, man.
that was a nasty tackle.
That was a leg breaker, man. He was awful lucky.
The thing is, though, as soon as that guy got sent off, he popped straight back up, like, right, on we go.
Well, that's Alien is good at that anyway. He's always been good at. But wow, that was dangerous, man. That was a
Oh, it
very
was a bad
dangerous
one.
tackle. Like,
It was a red card all day long.
oh god, yeah, all day.
And then they had the other red card for the guy on the bench, and he
That was insane.
lost his
Like,
shit. I think because, like you say, Harrison did grab Adara
oh, he did. He
Traore,
caught him. Like, he did catch him. Like, there's no ifs or buts about it. Like,
but he lost his shit.
oh, they went mental. Like. But I
Oh well.
suppose that just goes to show how tight it is down the bottom now, and teams are all fighting for their lives, so the emotions will be going high, like.
Like literally 20th, because bear in mind Southampton drew with Tottenham today.
Yeah, 3 off, fucking hell.
20th to
And
12th is 4 points.
yeah, it's mad.
After that, you've got, I mean, after that, it's Chelsea on 37.
Yeah,
So it is literally 12 down.
oh, it is.
There's no chance Chelsea, Villa, Fulham getting dragged into it. But I mean, that's a lot of teams.
Oh, it is. It's a very, 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 very big bunch of teams are there now. And Leicester
Yeah,
drew again today with Bournemouth. They broke their losing streak, but they're down there now.
they're down there. Forest lost last night.
Yeah,
Bournemouth got tonked today. West Ham haven't played yet.
no.
We've got a game in hand on Wolves.
We've got a game in hand on Everton as well, and a few others like.
Not as it stands, we don't. Um, because there's some teams not playing this week because of FA
Oh,
Cup.
yeah. FA Cup. Yeah, that's right.
West Ham have a game in hand on us as it stands now. We've got a game in hand on Wolves and Southampton.
Well, look at that. I wouldn't really be really worrying about that too much now. I'd just be kind of concerned about our own performances. And well, next up we have Arsenal away, which was the best we could hope from that is a draw. Like,
Yeah,
let's be real about
we're going to get beat.
it. The
We
three
are
games
gonna
after
get
that, the
beat.
three home games, like the Forest game, and we've got to play Leicester at home as well too. A few others, like they're the games really now.
I keep forgetting. I know that Liverpool's the third. Forest, Palace, and
Palace and
Liverpool.
Liverpool, yeah.
And as Liverpool proved last week, it's fine to stuff Man U 7-0. But if you're going to go and lose it, if they can lose at Bournemouth, they can lose at us.
Exactly, and because Bournemouth lost again today at 3-0, like they got hammered. So,
Whereas we've had a couple of decent performances.
and I wouldn't mind it was Villa that bet Bournemouth 3-0 today, and Villa can't score goals, so
Yeah, exactly.
it's a crazy league this year, man, isn't it?
Even up at the top, like obviously, I mean Newcastle, you'd probably expect to be up there. Maybe, well, not expect, but with the new owners, I'm not saying they flash the cash as such, but I mean they have a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But Brighton seventh within, well, a level on points with Liverpool.
Mm.
Brentford, Fulham, top nine.
It's a mental league. But
It is
anyways, we'll move on from that, and we'll take a chat about our own players today. Meslier, I think
superb.
he saved us today. He literally saved us today. I know he was caught for the first goal, which was just one of those freak things.
Great finish though.
Oh, it was his first time hit. Like it was just
Yeah,
you just don't. It's just one of those things. It comes out of nowhere every now and again. But other
yeah,
than that, he was flawless. Like his
yeah. He
kicking
was.
wasn't the best, but sure, we all know his kicking isn't the best. But he pulled off some amazing saves. Like
Yeah, he did.
yeah, and Ailing, and as much as we gave out about him in the first half, he kept a lot better in the second half. And
Shite for awful first half. I
oh, he
said
was
to
terrible.
you,
He was
I said
all
to
over
you,
the
I can
place.
see him getting a red card.
Yeah, but
And
thankfully
he
that
was
didn't happen.
also
And funnily enough, he was the one that got the red card for them, and like
true. But
not the
then
other way.
I mean, I also messaged to say he looks fucked because they were coming forward down his side.
But,
He was strolling back.
but
He
to be
was
honest,
not
man,
good.
around that time, that game was frantic. Their players were starting to go down with niggles and stuff. It was that pace couldn't have stayed up, continued because it was absolute madness, like pinball
No, true.
football.
Yeah. Like you said it before, it was for the neutral, it was superb.
Oh, in neutral, watching that would be amazing. Like, and for me, it
That
was
was
amazing. So when we went 3-0 up, but when we were 3-2 down, it was not amazing for me. I can tell you, I've got a few more fucking grey hairs. I'd say developing now after that today, man. Yeah, a few of
yeah,
them. I've got even the beard is starting to go watching Leeds at this stage.
yeah. It'll be first on match of the day tonight, I would have thought.
Oh, I'd say so. I'd say so. And
Or
I got
Southampton, Tottenham, I suppose.
yeah, true. We got to give Wobber credit again. What a player he is, man. What a player Wobber is. He's class.
Oh yeah. Their second goal, I think, deflected off him, but
But
any other game that deflection is massive and goes out for a corner. It's a block. It's a good block.
yeah,
So yeah, I mean, I know we've conceded 2 goals, but again, I thought defensively we were good.
yeah. Because the first goal was a freak,
Yeah.
and the second one was a massive deflection.
How many times have we said in the last maybe 2 months now? Yeah, they scored, but it was a free goal. Yeah, they scored, but it was a wonder goal.
Yeah, it happens a lot to us, man. Like of Everton
Yeah,
with Coleman, like that. These and the one against Forest into the top corner, like
yeah, you don't save them.
you just there's just been things that have happened to us, and like defensively, I see people online saying our defense is crap.
It
No,
isn't.
it's not. We've just been extremely unlucky. Like today just proved how unlucky we can be at the back at times.
Southampton goal difference -23, Bournemouth -29, West Ham -10, Everton -18, Nottingham Forest -27, Wolves -19, Palace -13, Leicester and Leeds -9. We
That
are
could be
not, we
huge.
are not shit defensively.
No.
Chelsea's goal difference is one.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Our defense is not shit.
Because if you
Not
consider that we
anymore.
went through a patch there where we couldn't score in a fucking brattle, man, that's not a bad goal difference at
Oh,
all.
I'll
Like,
take 2. I'll definitely take 6 goals and 2, especially when you like Wolves away, Brighton at home. We thought we'd be lucky to get a point out of these 2 games.
to be honest with you, man, I didn't expect anything from them. If I'm 100% honest, I didn't expect anything from them, either of them,
True,
because they're
true.
two decent teams. Like Wolves, even though they're incapable of scoring, even though they got two today, but they are a good team, man. They are a
Yeah, they
unit.
are.
Like they have got some excellent players. Like
Yeah, they have. Yeah, they have. They don't deserve to be down in this
no,
shithole. But then again, neither do we really.
not really, no. But and Cock was very good today again.
Yeah, well.
Firpo, as we've already touched on, was lucky. It could have gone either way. But other
But
than that, he was
on the
very good.
whole,
It
yeah,
made sense to take him off when he had the yellow card near the end and bring on Strike and give him a run out. Like
yeah. Firpo's he's a completely changed man.
unbelievable.
It's nice to have a left back that we can actually trust.
Hmm. We did kind of miss Adams in the middle today. Like I won't. Rocca and McKennie didn't do bad, but we did miss Adams, especially in the first half.
We did, but again, we've already touched on McKennie. That's not his position.
No, it's not. No, but
He's
no, they,
playing
they
in that
didn't. They
position.
didn't do amazing, but they didn't do bad either. Because it was very hard what they were up against. Like
It kind of makes you wonder why we've signed McKennie.
backup, true. If we didn't sign him today, who would we play today? Forshaw, if we didn't have him.
True,
Yeah,
but
with no one on
again,
the fucking bench
he's
either. Only Archie Gray, like.
he's backup, but he's backup for a position that isn't his.
I know, but look, at least we had him there today, so that's the main thing. If we didn't have him today, we mightn't have got anything out of that game.
True, very true.
Mm. And the forward players, well, Bamford did all right. He didn't have it look like he was going to score, but he made an effort, like he made a nuisance of himself, like he does.
Had a couple of free kicks that he took as well.
Mm.
To be honest, I thought he was fairly anonymous, but
Mm.
he didn't have a bad game, I suppose.
He was just trying to lead the line, but he was fighting for scraps all the time.
True.
Yeah, Willie Nanto done very well too while he was on.
Yeah, that was one of his better performances
Yeah,
as
he
of
was
late.
very. I thought it was unusual taking him off, but then again, as we've already touched on, I don't know if we touched on it before we started recording or not, but Gracia went to the five at the back and Christensen got the goal, so master substitution.
Thou shalt not question the substitution, King.
Exactly, exactly. And
Um,
Aronson, oh Jesus, man, the sooner Sinisterra or somebody who's fit, the better.
I mean, he scored.
Aronson,
Oh, Aronson, sorry.
Aronson didn't.
I
Aronson,
thought you
no,
said
Aronson.
Harrison.
His decision making is erratic. His passing is too late or too early.
Well, once Adams is back, would you not play McKennie there?
No, I'd play Sinistera.
Not fit enough.
But when he's back, he's got another week now to get fitter because of the international
True.
break, so he won't be back for 2 weeks.
I mean, Weston McKennie, he's played as an attacking midfielder for Juventus and he was good at Juventus.
Yeah.
I feel like we're wasting him.
Well, we don't know how long Adams is going to be out. He could be out for a fucking month, man.
Hopefully not.
We're talking in assumptions here. Like there's no real clarity on how long Adams will be out.
I thought you said it was a mild
It
injury.
was apparently it was mild, and then it was reported that it wasn't mild. So I'm confused. I don't know. That's from Phil Hay. Two reports from Phil Hay that contradicted each other, which is
Oh,
extremely
okay.
unusual.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait and see there. But Harrison done well today. Now he got a goal, got a great goal,
Another goal. Yeah.
and he got the bit of assist at the end for Somerville to get in for Rodrigo with the old bit of a shirt grab.
indirectly got one of their players sent off as well.
Exactly.
They really fucking lost it. I said to
As
you
a-
before that when Diego Costa's the man trying to break it up, there's something wrong.
Exactly, exactly. And as the old saying goes, it's only cheating if you get caught. Like,
That is true.
and Rodrigo still looked a bit rusty when he came on, but
Nothing rusty
he was
about the
in
brother.
he was in perfectly for the fourth goal, so that's a good sign. He
You're
needed that
right.
just to get his confidence back because you could tell he was lacking a bit of confidence more than anything.
You're right. He did look rusty, but there was no rust on that finish.
No, none whatsoever. And
Beautiful
Somerville,
goal.
when he came on, I thought he done excellent.
Oh yeah,
I
got the
thought his
assist.
Somerville was really good.
Yeah, very agile, very sprightly.
Great
Yeah,
feet.
yeah,
He
and the
turned that
assist.
left. He had that fullback. He was turning them inside and outside. Like he was just he didn't know what to do with him.
Nah, he's very good at these substitutions.
He is. He really is. He is. We've got to give him credit for that. And like he's not a bad manager. Like he's done well with Watford. He was at Valencia when Valencia was a sinking ship. So he
Still is.
still is a sinking ship. Like so, if anyone says, "Oh, he didn't do well at Valencia," well, God help anyone at Valencia because that club is an absolute
Oh,
mess, as
it's
we've
like when
touched on.
Gary Neville went there, and it's like that is a mistake, Gary. You've got a good reputation right now being a pundit. You have just made a serious error.
Oh God, you should have known that nutcase owner what he's like.
Yeah.
Should have the ground built there for years that they can't finish because they ran out of money. It's just nuts.
Yeah, what was he doing going there? But I digress.
Exactly. Well, we can be very happy tonight and looking forward to watching match of the day anyway because we've got 4 goals, 3 points, up to 14th in the table.
And Lineker's back.
He's not on tonight.
You fucking kidding me?
No, he's covering the cup game.
Oh, of course he is.
There was a big
Yeah.
hullabaloo on about it online. Oh, Lineker, he's not back, and he's covering the cup game. He can't cover a
Oh,
cup game and watch all the football and do present match of the
no.
day tonight. That's always been the way it was. Like so, of course, but sure, of course, news articles are going to make clickbait, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, of course they are.
And all the people below commenting, without read the article, like,
To be honest, I don't read anything about, like, I can't be asked to sit there reading articles. I'm too busy watching sport.
oh, I know, but I seen it pop up, and I was just like, well, this is definitely some sort of a clickbait article, and lo and behold, it was because he's covering the
Definitely
cup game.
sounds like it.
But I was looking for, as I say, I look forward to watching a match of the day tonight. Now that's two massive results, like Brighton a point and winning at Wolves. Like they are very tough to get teams to get a win against because they are defensively really good
Yeah.
and
Oh,
their
Brighton are
midfield is
superb this
excellent.
year.
They've got a great teams, the two of them. Like,
Oh, Brighton are superb this year.
yeah,
I mean, they've kept hold of Alexis McAllister, for God's sake. He should have gone in
he'll go
January.
in the summer. He'll go in the summer.
He will go in the summer.
He'll go
But
in the
tell you
summer.
what,
He'll
they'll get
definitely
some
go in the summer.
serious
That's a
money.
given. But we won't worry about Brighton for today. But Jesus, man, now we've got the international break coming up, and then we've got Arsenal, which we can only
Oh,
hope.
it's an outlier. Do you know what I mean? Doesn't matter.
But then after that, there's the big games, as we've touched on. Palace are managerless at the moment, and in a free fall.
And who are they
Stuff
going to
working.
get, realistically?
And yeah, I don't know. The only fear I'd have would be the new manager bounce. But hopefully they've got somebody appointed before then, because that'll make them 2 games away. It'll be the third game from now.
I mean, I wouldn't. That new manager bounce doesn't always work. I mean, I don't think we had a new manager bounce.
We won the first game.
Aye, against Southampton,
Still
just.
won. Still won though. We hadn't won in ages, man. Like
I know, but we should have won that game regardless.
I don't know if Jesse Marsh was still in charge, we wouldn't have won it.
Maybe. But Southampton's form's improved. You look at them at the moment, they've won 2 in the last 5 and a draw, and then a draw today.
Yeah. So,
But
but that's
they're
the
still
story
bottom.
though. That's the story of the league, man. It's completely mental. Like Bournemouth go out and beat Liverpool, and then they get put 3-0 by Villa, who can barely score a goal. Like it's crazy, man. Leicester are in it now. Like it's
Yeah,
just
they got a draw today, but they're still. I mean, they've lost the last 4 games before this.
exactly. So there were Jesus, man. Like I said it to you before that with all the players coming back and the new manager implementing new ideas, it could be working at first, and so far it is working.
It is. I can easily see us beating Forest and Palace.
Oh, the way it is now, we're actually scoring goals now, which will give the team confidence. And we have
Right.
Sinisterra coming back. We've Rodrigo back. We have Somerville. We have Nanto. We have players that can score a goal again all of a sudden again.
Yeah, just need Adams back.
Yeah, and Harrison is a real confidence player, as we know, so he's thriving now at the moment.
Yeah, a couple of goals that'll
And
boost us.
defensively, I think we've never looked better.
No, not since we've been up in the Premiership.
Not since the O'Leary days when we had the likes of Lucas Radaby and Leo Ferdinand and Jonathan Woodgate and Kelly and Hart. Like
I
it's the best defense we've had since that era.
I watched a really good interview with Lucas Radebe last week. It was on Sky, and he loves Leeds. He wants to come back. He said in the interview, "I'd love to do something with Leeds."
He is my all-time favorite Leeds defender.
Same. He's my all-time favorite Leeds player, I think.
He's up there with me. I think defensively he was a colossus, man. He was unbelievable.
But he could barely get in the first team when he came over. That's the
Oh
weird
yeah,
thing.
that he came over from the KZR Chiefs,
Yeah.
and it was a bit shame in the end that the started Leary was trying to bring in Woodgate and all these players to try and replace him because he didn't need replacing. You don't replace a Rolls Royce.
No, you don't.
Himself
You
and Robbie,
really.
before we finish up, I'm kind of rambling here now. Remember Robbie Molinaire, the Terminator, and Lucas Radaby at the back. That was a great
Molyneux,
defensive pair, and Molinaire was a beast, man.
he was. He was like Yap Stam before Yap Stam
He was,
was.
yeah, and the fact that he was got nicknamed the Terminator, like the size of him, man, he was just monster, wasn't he?
Oh, he was a beast.
It's a
Absolute
shame he
beast.
got that bad injury and knee injury, and that was it, finished him.
I've heard his name recently, you know. I think he's in management.
Oh, he could be. Yeah, but I
Robert
remember that.
Moore.
Remember that knee injury he got. I can't remember who the game was against now, but that was the end of him at the highest level because he got a bad one, and he was such a big man. Like if you do a knee when you're that big, like it's potentially going to be career ending, which it was more or less for him.
It's going to fucking hurt, is what it's going to do. Ah, yeah, he's not at the moment. It was at Knack Breda, and the reason I heard about him recently is, I review for VM Underground.
Yeah, yeah.
Their owner is Dutch, and he's a massive Knack. He's a season ticket holder at Knack Breda, so
All right, so that's where you heard it.
that's where it's come up.
All right.
Yeah. So
Well, anyways, I think we'll finish up for today on this one now. And Jesus, man, I was mithered at the end of that game, man. I was thinking, oh dear, I have to do this fucking podcast now. I was just so like, oh dear Lord, this game has given me every emotion possible, and oh, thank God for the red card because it just completely took the wind out of their sails. Like,
yeah, you could see him taking the game without that.
yeah, oh dear Lord. But look at we've won. We're up to 14th. We have a week off now. Hopefully, no players pick up any knocks or anything on international duty, and we've
He
got a
better not let he better not let Sinistera go on international duty.
oh God, no, no, not a hope. Not he couldn't. He won't even be called up. Like, how would they call him up? He's not fit.
I mean, he's on the bench so they can. He's technically fit.
I doubt it. It'd be just stupid bringing him across the world for no reason.
Well, I think it is, but you know what some of these South American countries are like?
Yeah, yeah, but it's. I don't know. Is it actually is it a friendly break or is it a qualifying break or what is it?
For us, surely the Nations League.
Oh, it's a Nations League. Gosh. What a pointless time to have an international break after a World Cup. Like it's so.
I hate the Nations League. There's no fucking point. I hate international breaks. I really do. I'm not a
Wouldn't
big
mind for
international.
European or World Cup qualifying, but for the Nations League, it's just pointless. Like
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's not friendlies now. It's in a league structure. Yeah, but it's shit.
exactly, exactly.
Having said that, it is having a good effect for some of your lower down nations. It has to be said.
Oh yeah,
So
it'll be beneficial for some. Like, but anyways, I think we'll finish up for that for today now. Like it's. Ooh, it's still we still can still believe, can't we? You know, we've got winnable games coming up. We've
we
got,
have
and
just
the
got that
teams
out.
around us are all doing us favors all the time without even realizing it.
Yeah, yeah, it's not been bad for us today, has to be said.
No, Bournemouth losing, Southampton got a point, which is all what like
Yeah,
you don't want them you don't want them winning basically,
no.
and we won and they didn't, which is the best, the most important thing.
4 whole goals.
We haven't scored that in fucking nearly 4 months at one stage.
Yeah.
Maybe that's an exaggeration, but it seemed
No,
like
no.
it.
we hadn't. They said on BT Sport we hadn't scored 3 goals in a game since before the World Cup. So,
Oh, we'll take that.
yeah,
Anyways,
we will.
thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.